transitioning into the NL. Transitioning into the NL. The NL is weird, isn't it? Like
the NL
for
is
everything
weird.
the AL is, the NL is weird. Like Atlanta leading the division.
I did
Milwaukee,
not think the Cubs would be fourth.
Yeah, but like they're only a half game back.
Yeah, but I understand that. But if you remember, like when we talked at the beginning of the season, we're like, "Oh, Milwaukee, who's pitching?" You know, like, and like all of a sudden, like, damn.
The Cubs to me, and I know I'm a Cub fan. And I'm not making excuses for.
Oh
them,
no, you can be completely biased, bud.
But
It's a Chicago podcast.
They had a very unfortunate start of the season that kind of negated their ability to get into a groove. Mm-hmm. Rainouts, travel, all that jazz.
Right.
The beginning of the season in April was very rough. May they played a little better. The Cubs to me are a total second half team, and they're just going to turn it on eventually. You know what I mean? Like, and Theo was on 670 The Score today, talking about the team, and the team dictates if they buy or sell. And the minute that Theo did this, I think it was last year too. He went on 670. He said, "Hey, you guys got to pick it up, or we're not going to be buyers at the deadline." You know, and these guys, they know that they're underperforming. They know that they're not playing the best baseball. They'll be fine. They're going to click it back in. They have a decent amount of home games, a good run they can go on here. San Francisco hasn't played good baseball. They're going to be fine. I'm not worried about the Cubs.
Well, there's a big question I want to ask you about the Cubs.
Sure.
All right, man. Here we go. I know you got two pretty good pitching prospects down there.
Sure.
Those guys, Addison Russell for Manny Machado, without a guarantee.
No.
Thank you.
See,
why is everybody on that?
I know the pitching
and stop
prospects.
saying we agree too much, because that's just logical.
I know the prospects that you're talking about, reliever wise, and one of them is who's going to come up and contribute. His name's I always butcher this, Alize.
Yeah, it's Alize or something. Yeah,
it's something. He's going to contribute sometime this year, especially with the way the bullpen is being taxed. They're going to have to call him up eventually, and actually he was almost going to be called up, but luckily they had a rain out. So they didn't need somebody in the bullpen. It kind of reset the timetable for the arms. No, I'm under the opinion that Addison Russell has been better in this May. He has been a little better. He may not give us the 20 home runs that we thought we're going to get with him. He may not drive in 100, but he's driven in. He's at 89 RBIs
that
this
can
season.
do that. You know?
What's that?
I say you have people all throughout your lineup that can do that, though.
Right,
Everybody
he doesn't
can't
need
do
to be that guy.
He doesn't.
He could be electric defensively. I would like to see him hit better than 240. Like he consistently hits 240, but he's also so young. Like for me, it would be very tough for the Cubs to give up a guy that they don't even know what he really is yet. You know, Theo was on with 670 today, and he's like,
oh, was he?
Yes.
Oh.
And he said, I don't want to give away people that I hold, very dear to. I mean, it's not that he's attached. It's that he knows every day what these people bring to the park.
Hang on. If he said that as a GM, number one, that's badass. Number two, it's a great ploy to drive in a bunch of free agents that want to be like, hey, this guy values his players. Well, Theo's a damn genius.
Theo's a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely. I'm just saying.
And the Cubs are going to win 1,000%. And the Cubs are going to win another World Series. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I told you this year.
I really hope you're right, but I know it's going to happen because
it's going to be like a Blackhawks thing, man.
The revenue is going to be through the roof. They're going to have the money to pay the people to stay. They're going to have the money to go out and get whoever they want.
Who scares you in the NL?
There's a couple teams. I mean, Atlanta's been very good this year.
Yeah,
and they have some young players and they're going to have some cap room to move around.
But my question is who scares you in a 7-game series
this year?
Yeah.
No, nobody, because the Dodgers have been terrible.
For real.
The Dodgers, but the Dodgers are, I mean, as we say that, they've won 2 in a row here. But
Yeah, but what about the Dodgers?
still-
They've also been rumored for Manny Machado too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But if the Dodgers keep losing, they're not going to trade people that are from the farm system. If they're
no
not gonna
way,
make the
because they know
playoffs.
it's game over.
Right. So Atlanta has a few prospects that can move with some cap room if they really wanted to, and they have a huge hole at third base because they got rid of Jose Bautista. But does Manny Machado, and obviously, like, does he really want to be there? No, you're paying premium for definitely a rental because he's not going to stay in Atlanta.
I don't see
I mean,
Atlanta trading
Washington,
for him
like
anyway.
Washington could be like that dark horse in it because Washington, they're a good team. Maybe they think that they're there, but they need to get that guy like over, and especially if Bryce is maybe going to leave. Like, this is the year that they have to win it because if he leaves, there's a huge gaping hole in that lineup. But I mean, I don't know. The NL is weird. It's going to work itself out, and I've changed my pick from Washington to win the East to Atlanta because Atlanta's been so good, and I really believe in a lot of the players, the young players that they've had and come to play. I've changed my pick on that. I still think Washington gets in, but in a wild card scenario, I think the Cubs still win the Central. Colorado playing well, but that division's still open for business too because the Dodgers are only 3.5 back because Colorado and Arizona have failed to run away with it. Arizona actually lost 7 in a row, and Colorado is 4-6 in their last 10. So, I mean, there's huge gaping holes in the West, and the Dodgers obviously losing Seager, they don't scare me. But and the way
That's
that,
why
like,
they were rumored to trade for Machado is when they lost
right,
Seager.
and
you know?
the whole issue with Kershaw's back too, and I mean, who knows how healthy he is either. I know that I don't know if he's on the DL currently or he's about to come back. It's got to be soon, or he's been pitching. Because I haven't had the chance to really watch the Dodgers lately. I've been watching the Cubs, but the Cubs are going to get out of the cellar per se. They're only a half game back. The Central is just so competitive. It's actually kind of fun, but I don't see Pittsburgh keeping it up. I think the Cubs and Milwaukee fight it all the way maybe down into the dog days of April and September, and then the Cubs end up, winning that because I think the Cubs' schedule towards the end of the year is very it's that they play a lot at home, so they'll have that advantage.
All right, right on. Well, one thing before we wrap up MLB talk is I want to say if anybody has the Major League, the MILB network, let us know. I am willing to trade my WWE or ROH or New Japan accounts, which is wrestling, for minor league baseball content. Let me know if you all have that.